ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। So today we are discussing about Dehu Dham. So we'll all I welcome all the devotees for this online Dehu Dham Yatra. Today we will discuss about the glories of Dehu Dham. Also we'll see the appearance of Vitthal Rukmini in Dehu Gaon. We'll see the birthplace of Tukaram Swami Maharaj. And in brief, we'll see the biography of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. We'll discuss about the three major hills. They are situated in Dehu Gaon. One is Bhandara, the second one is Bhamachandra, and third one is Ghoradeshwar. And then we'll discuss about one important pastimes which had happened in the life of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj, that is called as Ananda Doha, near to the Gatha Mandir. And then we will discuss about Vaikuntha Gaman Leela. So we'll begin with some prayers and with the blessings of all Acharyas. Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj is a very famous saint in Maharashtra and all over the world. And basically he's very famous for his devotion towards Vitthal and Rukmini. It is mentioned in the different books that the Dehu place in Maharashtra, it is very famous. Every year for some festivals, lakhs people, they are coming to this small village and they are taking the darshan of Vitthal Rukmini and they are participating in the different festivals in the Dehu Dham. First, we'll discuss about how Vitthal Rukmini appeared in Dehu Dham. So the Vitthal Rukmini, how they appeared here in Dehu Dham. Vishwambhar, who was a very pure devotee and ancestor of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj, he was a very pure devotee from his childhood, and his mother also guided him very nicely in good culture. Also she gave him affection, and because of mother's affection and guidance, Vishwambhar became very pure devotee of the Lord. And he was very pious, very kind-hearted, very compassionate. Once, Vishwambhara's mother told that now you should go to Pandharpur and have the darshan of Vitthal Rukmini. And those days Pandharpur was a very famous place. Now also Pandharpur is a very famous place. So Vishwambhar, because of mother's request, he went to Pandharpur and took the darshan of Vitthal Rukmini. He stayed there for a few more days, and when he had the darshan of Vitthal and Rukmini, he was so much fascinated by seeing the darshan of Vitthal Rukmini, tears started coming from his eyes. He was rolling on the ground, and he was so much happy by seeing the form of Vitthal and Rukmini. He stayed there for 2-3 days. He did his bhajan. He was doing his nama sadhana, everything, and he did some seva also there. And after a few days, he came back to Dehu Gaon. And when he came back to Dehu, then immediately he told his mother that what had happened when he took the darshan of Vitthal Rukmini. Then he told the glories of Vitthal Rukmini in Pandharpur. Also, he explained about how the Lord is so beautiful and so attractive. And mother became very happy, and mother told him that now, henceforth, you should go to every Ekadashi for the darshan of Vitthal and Rukmini. And from that day onwards, Vishwambar started going on every Ekadashi for the darshan of Lord Vitthal and Rukmini. So like that, he was going for almost 8-9 months for every Ekadashi. After every 15 days, he was there in the Pandharpur having the darshan of Lord Vitthal Rukmini, and he was performing different his sadhana and bhajan and seva. And after 8 to 9 months, when he was there in Pandharpur, he had a dream. And in that dream, Lord Vitthal only appeared and told him that because of your pure devotion for me, I am very pleased to you. So now I will give you one boon that you go back to your village, Dehu Gaon. I will personally appear there and you worship me there only. And when Vishwambar got up from his bed, and when he saw that he had a good dream, and even Lord personally appeared, he was so much happy. He took a bath in the river and again took the darshan, and he came back to the Dehu Gaon, and he told about the dream to his mother, and mother was also so much happy. And then later Vishwambar, he was just thinking how when the Lord will appear here in Dehu Gaon. So after a few days, again Vishwambar had a dream, and in that dream, Lord appeared, and he personally told in that dream that nearby here in Ambravan, Ambravan means the forest of mango tree. So I will personally appear. You come with few devotees, and you discovered me from the earth. So the next day, when he had a dream, the next day, Vishwambar got with very happy mood, and he told his mother that yesterday night I had a dream, and Lord has appeared here in Ambravan. So then Vishwambar took few of his close devotees, and they took the cuddle and shovel, and they went to dig that area. And when they started to dig that area, suddenly one voice came from the sky. And they heard that, don't dig with these instruments. You just dig this land with your own hand. And you can just clean that whole area, and then you will find me there. And when they heard this sound from the sky, immediately they throw whatever they have brought, that cuddle and shovel, they throw it away, and they started digging that land with their own hands. And first they cleaned that whole area. Even Vishwambar saw some tulsi leaves are there, some flowers are there. They removed that everything, and they started digging with their own hands. And when they removed that earth, everything from that area, and they found that a very nice deity of Vitthal Rukmini. And when Vishwambar saw that Lord has appeared, and he has already promised me, and he has fulfilled his own promise, then with the villagers' help, he brought those deities in the Dehu Gaon. And they did very nice abhishek, and they performed nice shungar. They offered so many garlands, incense, and Dhroop, Deep, Naivedya, they offered everything, and they started worshipping from that day. So this is the story of how Lord Vitthal and Rukmini, they appeared in the Dehu Dham. And from that onwards, Vishwambar started worshipping with wholeheartedly Vitthal and Rukmini. Even now also, whenever we are going to visit Dehu Dham, the deity which we take darshan every day, the same deities have appeared to the Vishwambar. And Vishwambar and his wife and all his children, his mothers, they started worshipping Vitthal Rukmini with wholeheartedly. And so many, almost they all family, they were very happy because they were getting the personal association of Lord. One thing we can see here, that because of the Vishwambar's pure devotion, Lord personally appeared and he was personally reciprocating with Vishwambar. And again, by seeing his intense love for Supreme Lord, the Supreme Lord again appeared in his dream, and the Lord told him that now the time has come. You have rendered so wonderful seva for me. Now the time has come for you that you should come back home, back to Godhead now. I will send one aeroplane for you, and you can come back home, back to Godhead. And when Vishwambar heard this, he was very happy. And like this, that Vishwambar disappeared from this material world and went back home, back to Godhead. And after Vishwambar, his wife name was Amai, and he was having two sons, Hari and Mukunda. They started worshipping Vitthal and Rukmini in Pandharpur Dham. And they were just every day they were worshipping. Amai was so much attached to the Vitthal Rukmini because she was knowing the heart of her husband, and because of her husband's instructions, she was wholeheartedly every day serving Vitthal Rukmini. But what had happened after some time, Hari and Mukunda, the both son of Vishwambar, they thought that how much time we'll stay in this Dehu Dham? We have to go outside, we have to earn some money, we have to get some good job for our livelihood. Like that they were thinking. And they opened their mind in front of their mother, Amai. And when they opened their mind, Amai was saying, no, how we can leave this Dehu Dham? Because Lord has personally appeared for us. So how can we leave this? But still, both the sons, they were very much eager to go outside and find some good job and to earn some money. Then Amai told to both of her sons, that see, when your father Vishwambar, he was intensely serving to the Lord, even Lord personally appeared so many times in his dream. And even he has told that in your dynasty, there will be a pure devotees appearing, and he will be spreading the glories of the Lord everywhere. So this is our responsibility that we should stay here in this Dehu Dham and we should worship Vitthal Rukmini. But Hari and Mukund, they become so much arrogant. They said, no, we will go outside, we'll find some good job. Staying here, worshipping here, will not get any money. So we'll leave this Dehu Dham and we'll go to stay outside somewhere in city. And like that, Hari and Mukunda, they were forcing to Mother Amai. And because of that force, even Amai was also helpless. Then she thought that I will go with my children's sons. And they started staying in nearby some small town. And both they got job in one kingdom as a soldier. And Amai was having some dreams that Lord was coming in her dream and Lord was requesting, see, nobody is there to worship me. Why you have left me alone here? And whenever Amai was telling about this dream to her sons, and the sons Hari and Mukunda, they were making some jokes. They were cracking some jokes on her. And in one dream, in Amai's dream, Lord personally appeared and told that your son tomorrow, they are going for some war. Tell them, please don't go. If they go, they will be killed there. And when Amai woke up, immediately she told about the dream to her own sons. And then sons started laughing and cracking some joke on their own old mother. and they didn't listen, and they went for the battle. And in that battle, both they were killed. And Amai came to know that whatever Lord has told me in my dream, that has been true now. But again, what she did, she left that town, and again she started staying in the Dehu Gaon. She was alone now, because her daughter-in-law, she was not there. The daughter of the daughter-in-law, she was staying with her own parents. So Amai was alone here in Dehu. She was worshipping, she was taking care of everything of the Lord Vitthal and Rukmini. And day by day she became a very old, and even because of her helpless bodily movement, sometimes she was not offering anything to the Lord. And when Lord saw that Amai is having so much love for me, but she cannot move from one place to another because of her old age, Lord personally appeared in a form of a small boy and started serving Amai. Here we see in these pastimes that how Lord personally take care of his own devotees. Even in the case of Vishwambar and his wife Amai, Lord personally was reciprocating with each and everyone. Now Amai she was so much old, and even she was not moving from one place to another. Lord personally appeared and she started serving Amai, preparing food for her, clothing, like washing her clothes, like that. All small sevas Lord started doing. And once upon a time, the time has come up for Amai to leave this world. And Amai was thinking that who will do for my last rites? The Lord personally said, I will do everything. And in the small boy, Lord performed everything. And the villagers, they were thinking that the boy who is staying in Amai's house, that might be the grandson of Amai. And the Lord personally did all the final rites, final ritual, everything for Amai. And after that, when this news reached to the daughter-in-law of Amai, she came with her own son in the Dehu. And when she came to know that there was one boy who was staying with Amai, and the villagers, they were thinking that the boy means Amai's uh, grandson. But it was not actually. The Lord personally came to serve her. And when this news came to know everyone they were thinking how both Vishwambhar and Amai, they blessed by Lord personally came and served them. So after that, we can see in this dynasty of Vishwambhar, both sons they killed in the war, and the one daughter-in-law was there, and she was having one son. Her name, the son's name, his name was Vithoba, and from Vithoba there is a different lineages there. And who came like that. Then Padaji's name was son's name was Shankar, and Shankar's name was Kanha, and Kanha's name was Kanha's son's name was Bolhoba, and Bolhoba's wife's name was Kanakai, and Bolobha and Kanakai's son was Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. So this is how that all dynasty comes till Tukaram Swami Maharaj, because Lord has given that uh, uh, like we say prediction to Vishwambhar that in your dynasty that one my pure devotee will appear, and he was Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. And when Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj appeared, since childhood he was very devoted to the Lord, and he was doing the service of Vitthal Rukmini in Dehungaon. Every day he was worshipping. There are so many pastimes of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj, but we are not going to cover all. But in nutshell, we'll see the few pastimes of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. Since childhood, he was very dedicated, and but the family, because of he was having some family responsibilities, and he was a grahastha, and he was having some responsibility about his own wife and his own children's. But one thing was there, Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj was always absorbed in the kirtan, in the bhajan, and he was not giving that much concentration on his housely responsibilities. And because of that, his wife, she was always making complaints that why you are not taking responsibility of housely activities. And she was making so much complaint, but Tukaram Maharaj was fully absorbed in the thoughts of Lord, in the bhajan, in the Nam Sankirtan, and taking the name of Lord. He was totally absorbed. There are nice pastimes in the life of Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. When we will enter in the temple premises of Dehu Dham, we'll see the deities of Vitthal Rukmini, and when we'll do some parikrama, in that parikrama we will find out there is a small vigraha of Tukaram Swami Maharaj also. Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj was very devoted, and practically he was fully absorbed in Hari Katha, Hari Bhajan. How he was maintaining his family life. It's not like that Tukaram Swami Maharaj was so rich, but somehow or other he was earning few money and he was maintaining his family life. And it is nicely explained in the different books that he used to make the business of grains. He used to collect grains from the different farmers, and he used to visit some different towns and he used to sell there, and whatever money he would get, and he would maintain the family. And once what had happened, Tukaram Swami Maharaj, he was carrying grains in his own bullock cart, and he was driving himself that bullock cart, and his all friends, they were also there with him, and they were going for the different town to sell that all grains. But one thing was there, whenever Tukaram Swami Maharaj, he was driving that bullock cart and he was going with the bullock, always he was absorbed in the kirtan, in the bhajans. And because of that, all his friends, they become so much envious. Sometimes they were cracking jokes, what you are doing every time, this is not a good time, now you are young, why you are wasting your time always in the Hari Katha, Hari Nam. And you know what once happened, like they were going for their own business, selling those all grains. They came to a jungle, forest, and it was very dense forest, so everybody, they took rest there. And early in the morning, what had happened, all the friends, they went ahead, leaving behind Tukaram Maharaj in that dense forest. And Tukaram Swami Maharaj was alone, no one was with him. His bullock cart, and that bullock cart was filled with the bags of grains. And like few bags, they fall down from that bullock cart, and Tukaram Swami Maharaj saw that nobody is there to help me. And this forest is very dense, many wild animals are there. And he was praying the Lord that how I will go out from this dense forest. Now I am alone. My friends are also not here to help me. And he was thinking like that. He was praying to the Lord, and Lord appeared in a form of young boy. And personally, Lord lifted that bags of grain and he put it on that bullock cart. And then Lord personally showed the way how to go out from this forest. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj came out from that forest, then he has to pass one river, Indrayani river. And Lord personally appeared there. He took his Sudarshan Chakra and he made one route to cross that river. And Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj, with his own bullock cart, he crossed that river. Like that, Lord helped Tukaram Swami Maharaj by seeing his pure devotion, by seeing his compassionate heart. And we see in the biography of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, his heart was so compassionate. He never thought about his own self. Always he was thinking about others. There is one more pastimes what had happened. Like once upon a time, he was making the business of chili. He was collecting chili, from different farmers and he was selling. So some thieves came and they stolen 3 bags of chili from Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj godown. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj was counting all the bags, and he was thinking that some bags are missing, but there is no any proper account. So the main landlord, he was chastising Tukaram Maharaj that if you don't pay me all money of this chili bags, then I will fine you, or else I will make complaint about you to the king. Then Tukaram Maharaj was thinking how to solve this issue. Then suddenly again Lord appeared in a form of one sevak, servant. And Lord went to that all 3 thieves, those who have stolen that 3 bags of chili. And Lord told them that I am the servant of Tukaram. So Tukaram has sent me here that all of you have taken 3 bags of chilies and now you have to pay the money. And all thieves, they surprised. They asked, how you come to know that we have only taken all those bags? Then the servant, the Lord said that, see, you have taken the 3 bags, and in the 3 bags, this much kilogram, the chilies are there. And when the thieves, they waited, when they counted and everything, they came to know that this much kg is there. And they understood that this might be the true servant of Tukaram Maharaj. So they gave all that money, and the servant, the Lord, came to the Tukaram Maharaj and he said, see, all those thieves, they have taken 3 bags from here and they have given money to you. So like that, many times Lord has saved Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. So these are some different pastimes. There is one very interesting pastime, and almost everyone knows about Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj. To maintain his own family, Tukaram Swami Maharaj used to work in others' farm, others' field. And there was one landlord, he has given the charge to Tukaram Swami Maharaj to maintain his own field. And there was so much crops in that field. So this is a responsibility of Tukaram Swami Maharaj that he should protect that crops from the birds. Because we know that in the field, sometimes field bird comes and they eat all the grains. So Tukaram Swami Maharaj was given that responsibility to take care of that field. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj was there as the in charge of that field, he was fully immersed in the bhajan of the Lord Hari. And he was thinking about Lord, he was doing kirtan, different farmers there also came, they also joined to Lord in that kirtan, and Tukaram Maharaj was doing intensely kirtan. And what had happened, that time many birds, they were coming and they were eating the grains of that farm. And Tukaram Swami Maharaj was thought that why I should chase all these birds, because they have also their own right to come and eat. So why I should chase that? Why I should chase them? And when the landlord came and he saw that there are many birds that are coming and they're destroying the crops, and Tukaram Swami Maharaj is not taking care, then he chastised Tukaram Swami Maharaj by saying that if I don't get the proper amount of grain in my field, what I'm getting every year, then I will take your all property on my name. And Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj said, it's okay, because this is my fault. I am not taken care of this field. So I will give in my writing that I will give, if this time the grains are less in your field, then I will give my home or whatever I have something in my property. But by the grace of the Lord, that day, that time, the landlord, he got so much abundant amount of grains. And it is said in that pastime that in previous years, he never got such quantity of grains in his field. But this time, he has got more than like 10 times greater whatever he was getting in the previous year. And he was very happy, landlord, and whatever remaining extra was there, he had given everything to Tukaram Swami Maharaj, and Tukaram Swami Maharaj was very happy. And again he said to the Lord, "You are only protected me." So like that, so many pastimes had happened in the Dehu Dham. Now we'll discuss about one particular pastimes. This happened in the Bhandara Dongar, Bhandara Hill. It is said that Tukaram Maharaj every day he would go to different places for his bhajan, and there are mainly three places. One is that Bhandara Dongar, another is Bhamchandra, and the third one Goradeshwar. And he would sit there, he would perform his all bhajans, and then sometimes he would come back in the night. So once what had happened, uh, he was doing his own bhajan on the Bhandara hill, and it is almost afternoon. His wife, she was thinking that my husband has not had anything. He might be feeling hungry. So she took food with her in a small bucket, and she was carrying that food to the Tukaram Maharaj. And that time Tukaram Maharaj was on the Bhandara hill. And she was coming alone, walking from that hill. She was removing the way, and she was trying to reach to the Tukaram Maharaj. And in between, what had happened? One thorn pierced in the leg of Tukaram Maharaj's wife. And when that thorn has pierced, she started crying, and the basket was which she was carrying on her head for her husband, that fallen down from her head. The water pot also fallen down, and she sat on the ground. She was crying, blood was coming from her feet, and she was thinking to remove that thorn from her leg, but it was so much painful. And again she was cursing the Lord that all these miseries are coming because of Lord only. Because my husband is totally dedicated to the Lord, and Lord is not taking care of us, and even my husband is also not taking care of our family maintenance, and because of that so many miseries are coming. Like that, she was always making complaints and chastising the Lord. But when Lord saw the wife of a pure devotee is suffering, so Lord personally appeared again on that Bhandara hill in a form of a small boy, and he personally came there to remove that thorn from the legs of that wife of Tukaram Maharaj. And Lord personally removed that thorn from her leg, and the Lord started speaking with Tukaram Maharaj's wife. Why you are always making complaint? I am there to help you, to support you. But still again, the wife started fighting with the Lord. And you know what Lord did? Then Lord took that food basket and that water pot, and they started walking towards Tukaram Swami Maharaj. And Tukaram Swami Maharaj was doing bhajan. Just he opened his eyes, he saw that his wife is there, and along his wife, Lord is also personally coming with walking to meet me. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj saw the Lord, he offered his prostrated obeisances, and he was started glorifying the Lord. And just see the miracle. Now on that Bhandara Dongar, Bhandara hill, Lord personally is there. The pure devotee Tukaram Maharaj is there, and Tukaram Maharaj's wife, she was also there. Three of them, they are sitting together, and the wife, she started serving food to the Tukaram Maharaj. And Tukaram Maharaj said that first you serve to the Lord, then I will have. Then the wife said, I have brought food only for you. If I serve him, then you will not get any food. But still Tukaram Swami Maharaj said, you first serve him, serve to the Lord, then I will have. And Tukaram Swami Maharaj's wife started serving food to the Lord. And just see the glories of our Lord and the glories of the devotee. Lord personally took a small piece of roti, the small morsel of that food, and he started personally feeding to the Tukaram Swami Maharaj with his own hand. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj took that small morsel from the lotus hand of the Lord, he felt so happiness, and he personally ate with the hands of Lord. He felt so nice, so happy. Because Lord was personally feeding to the Tukaram Swami Maharaj. This was the loving exchange between the Lord and his devotees. And after that, Lord started eating, and now there is nothing left to feed Tukaram Maharaj. So then Lord, he was making some jokes, and he said to Tukaram Swami Maharaj's wife, "You just see in your basket if something is remaining there." She said, "There's nothing." But Lord again said, "Just open that cloth and just see, something might be there." And when she opened that cloth from that basket, she saw that the whole basket was filled with the different items of food. So many sweets, meats, everything was there. And she again served her own husband Tukaram Swami Maharaj, and all they eat very happily. And this pastimes took on the Bhandara Hill. So like that, the Lord, every time he was reciprocating with his devotees. There is one more pastimes of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, how Tukaram Swami Maharaj was having that compassionate nature. Whenever he was saying that if somebody is in a miserable situation, he personally helps, even though there was nothing in his home, but whatever it was there, he was trying to distribute to others, for others' welfare. So once Tukaram Maharaj's wife, she was taking bath, and she was having only one pair of cloth, and she removed cloths and she was taking bath. And one Brahmani, the wife of Brahmana, she came as a beggar and she was begging something. And Tukaram Swami Maharaj saw that she is a Brahmani and she is not having good clothes on her body. So what Tukaram Maharaj did, she took the wife's garments and he donated to that Brahmani. And he went and he was started doing some bhajan on the banks of the Indrayani river. And when she took her bath and she was just searching her garments, so garments were not there. So she was surprised now how to come out from this bathroom. So she was not coming to know, and few of her friends, they were calling, come out, we'll go outside somewhere for some purchasing and like that. But she was thinking that how to come outside. Suddenly Lord appeared there and he offered the garments to the wife of the Tukaram Swami Maharaj. This is what we can see, just like we have seen in the Mahabharata, how Lord Sri Krishna personally reciprocated with Draupadi. So similarly here, seeing the intense devotion of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, the divine qualities of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, even Lord personally reciprocated with his wife also. So like that, there are so many pastimes had happened in the Dehu Dham. This one more pastime is there. What had happened in the Dehu Dham, that Sant Tukaram Maharaj, he was thinking to perform the Shraddha ceremony in his house for his forefathers. So the wife personally said that you go outside somewhere and earn some money and bring some grains, vegetables. Then only we can perform Shraddha ceremony. We can call so many people for food. Otherwise, that is not possible. Then that day, early in the morning, Tukaram Swami Maharaj went in the market and he was searching that how he will get some food. So some people, they were working in the farm. They were doing some work. They were doing some work in the field. So they requested Tukaram Maharaj, you also do some work here. We will give you some benefit, something from this our field. So Tukaram Swami Maharaj started doing some work there to get some grains or get some money. And while he was doing like that, he was fully again absorbed in the thoughts of Lord. He started doing kirtan and he forgot that he has to take some grains or some money and he has to go to back and he has to perform the Shraddha ceremony. He forgot everything. And here at home, the wife of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, she was just waiting and waiting and waiting. But Lord appeared in the form of Tukaram Maharaj and he brought so much grains and everything. And the Lord has given everything to the wife of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, everything. And Lord said, now you prepare food nicely and we will feed the whole village. And she personally prepared everything, and both like Tukaram Maharaj, like in the form of the Lord in the form of Tukaram Maharaj, and they served the whole village. And the Lord went away. And then Tukaram Maharaj again came and he requested wife, now I have brought something, some grains, you can prepare and we'll distribute to the Lord or distribute to the people. Then wife was saying, are you mad? Already we did everything. You brought early in the morning everything. We did, we prepared food, we distributed to the whole villagers. What are you saying like that? Then Lord Tukaram Swami Maharaj came to know that definitely Lord has personally appeared in my form and he did all these rituals. So this is the greatness of a Lord and the greatness of a devotee. How the reciprocation between the Lord and devotee we can see here, and this is because of only the Tukaram Swami Maharaj's intense love for the Lord Vitthal and Rukmini. I will narrate one story about the famous story, how the Gatha, that Abhangas, Tukaram Swami Maharaj wrote. We see in whole Maharashtra and throughout the world, Tukarama's Gathas, they are very famous. Means whatever Tukaram Swami Maharaj has written, that is very famous. He has written on the pure devotional service. He has written on the characteristics of this material world. He has written about how we can develop intense love for the Lord. He has written so many things. What had happened? Once in a dream of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, Lord personally appeared and he said, now the time has come, now you should write something about pure devotional service. And I will give you the intelligence how to write and everything. And in that midnight, Tukaram Swami Maharaj got up and he started writing. And he wrote many shlokas. And all those shlokas, all those are called in Marathi Abhangas. And he wrote so many things and he started spreading about all those, the message of the Abhangas. And from that day onwards, Tukaram Swami Maharaj started doing bhajan, kirtan every day. And like that Gatha appeared. And how it appeared? Because of the blessings of the Lord, Tukaram Swami Maharaj wrote everything. And from that day onward, every day, night, there was a kirtan, there was a pravachan. And all the villagers, they were coming, they were sitting in that kirtan, they were enjoying. And slowly, Tukaram Maharaj was become a so much famous person in near around all the villages. So Tukaram Swami Maharaj became so much famous. And what had happened those days, few Brahmana people, they become so much envy towards Tukaram Maharaj. So there was one Brahmana, his name was Mambaji, who was staying in the Chinchwad area. And when he came to know that Tukaram Swami Maharaj he's doing every day some kirtan, some pravachanas, and thousands of people they are attending. So he thought he will also attend once. And he came and he attended and he saw that thousands of people they are attending. And I am a Brahman and Tukaram Maharaj has born in a very lower family and he is still doing some Katha, Kirtan, and he developed envy in his heart. And he was thinking that one day definitely I will give some lesson to Tukaram Maharaj. He was thinking like that. And one day, what had happened when Tukaram Maharaj, he was doing kirtan in the temple, in the Dehu temple. This Mambaji, what he had done, that he has planted some flower, small plants of the flower near to the temple. And once Tukaram Maharaj's wife, she was taking her own buffalo from that road. So buffalo destroyed all those small plants while walking. And Mambaji became so much angry. And you know what he did then? He took some thorny bushes from the for the protection of the all small flower plants. He kept there only on that road, on that route. And when Tukaram Maharaj was going from that route, he saw that frowning bushes are there. So when the devotee, they will walk from this area, so the thorn will pierce in the legs of the devotee. So he was just removing aside and making a proper way to come to the temple. And when Mambaji saw this, he became very much angry. And previously he had that envy in his heart for because of Tukaram Maharaj's fame. He took that thorny bush and started beating to the Tukaram Maharaj. And Tukaram Maharaj, with folded hand, he was standing there only. So much blood was coming from his body, but still the Mambaji was beating Tukaram Maharaj with that thorny bush. And after some time, he stopped, and Tukaram Maharaj went in the temple. He was praying to the Lord, and you know what he was praying? Forgive to that Mambaji. This is my mistake. I have made that mistake, but you don't chastise him, don't punish him. I got my own punishment. This was the compassionate heart of Tukaram Maharaj. And that day again at night, Tukaram Maharaj was doing kirtan. And in that kirtan, Mambaji was not there. Then Tukaram Maharaj personally sent few people and invited Mambaji, come for the kirtan. That was his humble heart, Tukaram Swami Maharaj humble heart. And when Mambaji saw that how much compassion and how much humble heart Tukaram Maharaj is having, then he gave up his envy and he surrendered at the lotus feet of Tukaram Swami Maharaj. These nice pastimes have happened in the Dehu Dham. One pastime I will narrate, which had happened with the deities of Vitthal Rukmani, which are there in the temple. Every day Tukaram Swami Maharaj used to offer milk to the Lord. Every day. And whenever his wife, she was giving that milk, the milk was not coming back. And the wife, she was thinking, why the milk is not coming back? And who is drinking that milk? The wife thought, might be my husband might be drinking, or he might be distributing to the others. Then wife asked the children. The children said, no, the Lord is only drinking. Even Tukaram Maharaj also said, the Lord is only drinking the milk. Then the wife thought, today I will go and I will see how the Lord is drinking that milk. So she personally went with a glass of milk, and that milk was hot milk. And she kept that glass in front of the Lord, and she said, now you drink. Every day you're drinking with my husband's hand. Now I have brought this milk for you. You drink. I just wanted to see how you are drinking everyday milk. And you know what she did? Forcefully she took that glass and she touched that glass to the lips of the Lord, and the milk was so much hot. And because of that hot milk, even the Lord's lips got burnt, and just Lord turned his face aside. And today also, if we go to the temple, the main pujari of the temple, they will show the mark on that lips, how the lips is got burnt. So like that, different pastimes are there happened in this Dehu Dham. Day by day, Tukaram Maharaj glory was spreading everywhere, and he was becoming a so much famous personality. There was one person, his name was Rameshwar Bhatta. He was the head of the Brahmanas, and he was having knowledge about all the Vedas, all the Puranas. And when he came to know about the fame, about the glory of Tukaram Maharaj, he thought that how Tukaram Maharaj can do pravachan and kirtan. He don't have any authority. We are all Brahmanas. We have that authority. And he came to know that Tukaram Maharaj has wrote some abhangas, some verses. And on that verses, on that abhangas, he is doing kirtan every day. Then this Rameshwar Bhatta, he gave one message to the Tukaram Maharaj that henceforth you should not do any pravachan and kirtan because you don't have any authority. Then Tukaram Maharaj said, Lord personally appeared in my dream. He only wrote all these scriptures through my hand. Then Rameshwar Bhatta said, see, all authority we have because we are all Brahmanas. So you do one thing, you whatever you have written, take all those paper pieces and you wrap it in one cloth and you throw in the Indrayani river. And when Tukaram Maharaj heard this, he started crying, tears were coming from his eyes, and he was thinking how I can throw all these papers, because Lord has personally wrote about devotion, about the pure devotional service, everything the Lord has personally wrote, but keeping thrown on his heart. Tukaram Maharaj was ready to follow the instruction of Rameshwar Bhatta. He brought all those paper wrapped in one cloth and he was just throwing everything in the Indrayani river. All the people, they were saying to Tukaram Maharaj, please don't do this, please don't do this. You have written so many nice verses, nice abhangas, why you are throwing everything this? But Tukaram Maharaj, because he followed the instruction of Rameshwar Bhatta, who was the head of the Brahmanas, he immersed all those papers in the Indrayani river. And from that day onward, almost for 13 days continuously, Tukaram Maharaj was doing Nirjal Bhajan, without having food, without having water, sitting in one place, he was doing bhajan. And that place is called as near Anand Doho. There is one Shila, there is one stone. He sat on that stone for 13 days and he was performing intense bhajan. He was praying to the Lord. He was just crying for the Lord's mercy. And here what had happened in 13 days, Rameshwar Bhatta, he was moving from one village to another village for some program and he was taking his bath in one lake. As soon as he took his bath in one lake, immediately his whole body started burning because he has made Vaishnava Aparadh. His whole body was burning. He took so much medicines, but that medicines was not working. And he was thinking, why this happened to me? And always he was thinking like that. And here the 13 days passed. Tukaram Swami Maharaj was in intense prayers. And on the 14th day, the Indrayani Devi personally appeared from that river and she brought back all those abhangas, whatever Tukaram Swami Maharaj has written. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj opened his eyes, he saw that Indrayani Devi is personally appearing from the river and she has brought all those scriptures, whatever Tukaram Swami Maharaj has immersed. Tukaram Swami Maharaj became very happy. He offered his obeisances to the Indrayani Devi. He took all those papers, the gathas back to him and he was very happy. And again he started doing his pravachan, kirtan, and he was started speaking the glories of the Lord to the all villagers. And when this news came to that Rameshwar Bhatta, that Indrayani Devi, the river Indrayani Devi personally appeared and he gave back all those papers to the Tukaram Swami Maharaj. Then he thought that Tukaram Swami Maharaj is not a simple person. He's a divine personality. Then he came to take the shelter of the lotus feet of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, and then Tukaram Swami Maharaj just massaged his whole body with his hand, and immediately his whole body was burning. That was totally cool and calm. And the Rameshwar Bhatta was suffering from that burning sensation. Now he was feeling good because of the only touch of Tukaram Swami Maharaj. So these pastimes happened near to that Anand Doha, and now the many devotees, they have constructed their very big temple. That temple's name is Katha Mandir, Katha temple, and in that Gatha temple, very big statue of Tukaram Swami Maharaj is also there, and that on 4 walls they have written all the shlokas, all those abhangas which Tukaram Swami Maharaj has wrote. Like that, all these pastimes happening, and day by day his glory was increasing and increasing. And then now day has come. Lord personally appeared again in the dream of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, and he personally told, now you have finished my work. Now you come home, back to Godhead. I will personally come to take you. So this Leela is called as Vaikuntha Gamana Leela. So in Dehugaon, there is one place, Vaikuntha Gamana Sthan. So there is a small temple of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, and there is a tree, Nandurki tree. Still that tree is there. And when Tukaram Swami Maharaj got this instruction from the Lord, then he told this instruction to his wife, but she wife didn't listen. She thought that might be my husband is doing some jokes with me, and she started in her own housely activity. And like that, the Lord's the Tukaram Swami Maharaj started doing his bhajan, kirtan. So many people they assembled there in that Dehu Dham, and so much nice kirtan was going on. And suddenly the Lord appeared in the aeroplane. The Vishnu Dutas were also there, and they were inviting Tukaram Swami Maharaj. And then Tukaram Swami Maharaj finally instructed each and everyone that आम्ही जातो आमच्या गावा आमचा राम राम घ्यावा. That now I am going back home, back to Godhead. Please accept my obeisances, and I will instruct you. Please always do Hari Katha, Hari Bhajan, always engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. And Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj personally appeared on that aeroplane, and the Vishnu Dutas they took Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj back home, back to Godhead. These pastimes is called as Vaikuntha Gamana Leela. So Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj, personally it is said that Sadeha, with his own body, he went back home, back to Godhead. So like that, different pastimes have happened in the Dehu Dham. So Dehu is a very spiritual potency place. So at least nowadays in the month of Purushottam Maas, we may be not able to visit that place, but by seeing photos, but by hearing, we can visit that place and we can get that mercy of all the Vaishnavas and especially Tukaram Swami Maharaj. So today we have covered the different places of the Dehugaon. First, we discussed about the Vishwambhara, who is the ancestor of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, how he was devoted because of his intense devotion, how Vitthal Rukmini appeared, then when he constructed the temple, the birth of Tukaram Swami Maharaj, then the three different hills, Ramachandra, Bhandara and Ghoradeshwar, then the Gatha Mandir or Gatha Anandadoha pastimes, and after that the Vaikuntha Gamana Leela. So this is the glory of Tukaram Swami Maharaj and the glory of Dehugaon. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Even Srila Prabhupada also explained about Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj in a Bhagavad Purport and in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, that how Sant Tukaram Swami Maharaj got instruction from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It is explained that even in the Gatha, it is explained that Tukaram Swami Maharaj was blessed by Lord Chaitanya, and Srila Prabhupada personally he has written in Chaitanya Charitamrita also that Tukaram Swami Maharaj got instructions, got initiation from in dream from Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So like that we are connected. This place is also connected with Gaudiya philosophy. So we can take the blessings of Lord Vitthal Rukmini and Sant Tukaram Maharaj, and we can spread the glory of the holy name. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
RG Media YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe.